So I guess I could press record at any point I felt like it and try to get you to say something embarrassing at the beginning of the episode.
Me? Never. I don't say anything ever embarrassing.
Nope. Never, ever, 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 ever.
Never have I ever
Indeed.
kissed a goat.
I hope not. Hello, welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin Heyman. With me this week is Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how are you doing today?
Did you actually get that?
What?
The never have I ever?
Kissed a goat? Yeah.
Oh, damn. I didn't realize you started recording.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really did trick me.
I did. I tricked you. So, Mike, how you doing?
Got a bit of a cough still,
Yeah.
but otherwise.
We're both kind of still dealing with that.
If you hear prodigious throat clearing, I apologize.
Yep. We're both still phlegmy.
I have a pile of cough drops here, so I don't think I'll cough, but
You
be
might
some throat
die.
clearing. Yes.
But we're sans David this week. David has got his own health thing going on right now, so
We're dropping like flies.
we are dropping. We're dropping it like it's hot, and it's a weekend weird. So me and Mike have scoured the internet, which my mom used to call diarrhea the scours. So anytime somebody says they scour something, I'm like, you shit all over it?
Wow.
You had like diarrhea shit all over it? That's insane. What's wrong with
I
you?
can understand why. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I've had it bad enough that, I can see why you would call it that, but it's
Sure.
also one I've never heard
It's
before.
it's a very old thing, but also
That very country.
it is. It's very kind. I got the scours, but I mean, like the first time I heard about the scouring of the Shire in the Lord of the Rings, man,
Shitting everywhere.
my whole world, like I could not stop laughing for days.
You're just the green apple quick two-step.
Is that what it?
Or
Okay,
Green apple splatters.
that's the one I know besides scours. So, Mike, we don't really have any, housekeeping up front, really, except to say, oh, wait, yes, we do. I'm an imbecile. Next Wednesday, which if you're listening, this is coming out on Monday, the, hang on, let me pull up the
16th.
date. 16th, thank you. It's coming out on the 16th. On Wednesday, October 18th, 2023, we're going to be having a watch party at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be watching the McPherson tape, one of the most infamous, quote-unquote, real abduction videos ever recorded. And it's completely fake, but it's really interesting. And they actually did a remake several years later with a bunch of actors that later went on to be on Stargate SG-1. It's meant to be taken like a real thing, but it's obviously not. But
So
it's
just-
creepy.
Y'all decided to do this on a night I have to work.
Unfortunately, it's when everybody was available.
I'm not available.
I know, but I don't own the movie,
I know.
so yeah, we'll do more. So Mike, it's a weekend weird, and would you like to go first with a story?
I can go first, I guess.
All right.
So, dig into the prize mines here.
Prize
This
mines.
was comes from us from Gizmodo, published on October 5th.
Hell yeah.
Amazon will pay you $1 million for alien footage from your Ring doorbell.
It's a lot better than my offer, which is like a quarter and a handshake.
I thought you were going to say I'd hand something else.
Well, I didn't say what I'd shake with my hand, but let's move on from that.
And you could bump that up. You can get like $20 in there.
Yeah, it's true. I'm doing better these days.
Ring's $1 million search for extraterrestrials will feature a bona fide astrobiologist serving as a judge. So, your Ring camera is not only going to be the source of Amazon fueling Big Brother dystopia, it may capture evidence of extraterrestrial life. Sure, right. No. Unless we're talking about like signs, where the derpy alien walking.
Yeah, the Bigfoot looking thing, yeah.
Yeah. On the off chance that you record an alien being on your Ring camera, the tech company is willing to pay you for it. The scheme
That's
is
pretty cool.
Yeah. The scheme is billed as Ring's $1 million search for extraterrestrials. Entrants are encouraged to keep their eyes peeled for any sign of alien life recorded by their Ring doorbell cameras. If a little green being, why has he always got to be green? What if gray?
It
brown?
actually comes from an incident. It actually comes from the Hopkinsville Goblins. Is where the term "little green men" first came from.
Oh, it didn't come from like Orson Welles or anything.
Nope. Came from the Hopkinsville Goblins, little green dudes coming out of the woods.
Well, the Hopkinsvilles. Excuse me. Cough drops. Sleeping on the job. If a little green being, aka Hopkinsville Goblin, walks into the camera's purview, then the winner of the best scientific evidence will receive $1 million with meteorologist and astrobiologist Jacob Hack Misrad.
Misread?
I misread his name. No,
Oh.
Misrad.
Okay.
Serving as a judge for the contest. Those who live outside of alien country can still enter to win a $500 Amazon gift card by filming their own alien Ring footage using makeup, props, and costumes.
So this is basically just America's
yeah.
Funniest Videos with your Ring camera.
But let's face it, that's the coward's way out.
What, faking it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Submissions are being accepted until November 3rd.
Okay.
So, this is all just a publicity stunt, obviously. Have some crappy, marketing hype. When marketing, tries to make you buy into it or something.
Right.
Sensors have been picking up rogue signals from the neighborhood nebula. Might be nothing, might be something. That's where you come in.
Okay.
That was on their press copy.
That's where you come in.
Yeah. So, two things. One, screw Amazon. Just,
Screw
put it out there.
Yep. Screw them. Screw big corporations in general.
And two, dang it, we don't have any Ring cameras, so we can't participate.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a camera.
I mean, we've got other brands. We don't have Ring.
I would love to time travel in the past and set up cameras outside my house that night. I thought I saw a gray looking in my window to see what I actually saw.
It's just a hobo.
Yeah, that would not surprise me. It was just a very pale crackhead.
Or maybe it was your uncle drunk as heck.
No, trust me, I would have... no, wasn't him. Grays are smoother. Well, that's interesting. I think it's funny that Amazon... And I'm kind of pissed that they're monetizing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they're monetizing it, but it's just a marketing gimmick and maybe even a, gee willikers, maybe, we'll buy some Rings cameras to participate.
Yeah, pretty much. This is a ploy to sell doorbell cameras.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Maybe also to, kind of wag the dog and distract people from the horrendous privacy issues.
And everything else going on in the world, yeah.
I mean, just not everything else. I mean, Amazon doesn't care about everything else. They just care about their, image, and this could, kind of smear some Vaseline over the lens to...
That's true.
Obscure that.
So, you mind if I read mine?
Go ahead.
My first one, and this is also along the lines of aliens. Mm-hmm. This article is from the Daily Star in the UK, of course. But I've actually seen this article elsewhere. This is from September 29th, so it's a little old, but that's okay. Who wrote this? Michael Moran, audience writer. Which I still wonder about the term audience writer. Doesn't that basically mean user submitted?
I think so, yes.
Okay, well, article reads, Bible reading Pentagon commanders halt UFO research over fears aliens were demons.
Okay.
This is a thing. This is not a lie. Pentagon commanders have clamped down on research into extraterrestrials because of their religious beliefs, it's claimed. Leading UFO researcher Ron James says senior figures in the U.S. government fear aliens are, in fact, demons. Ron, who is director of media relations for the UFO research group MUFON, oh boy, these guys, claims there is, quote, a very large contingent of people within the Pentagon who opposed the work of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, ATIP,
Just the tip.
because they think the UAPs regularly reported by U.S. military sources are piloted by creatures from hell.
Hell, Nebraska.
Now, there's someone I know that firmly believes this.
Okay.
Like that aliens and UFOs are tools of Satan to draw worship away from Jesus.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. I refuse to discuss this as a serious concept on the show, but it's an interesting article. He says he was told by Lou Elizondo, which there's a trustworthy motherfucker, who has gone on record as being the boss of ATIP. It was, quote, was not just a little voice in the Pentagon, but a huge group of people thought the phenomenon that was being witnessed was demons. The fundamentalist Christian lobby within the U.S. defense establishment, quote, actually affected Elizondo's ability to get funding, Ron says. Belief in both UFOs and the literal truth of the Bible is not entirely incompatible, he adds. For example, Ron spoke to staunchly Christian U.S. Congressman Tim Burchett. I sat down and interviewed him. His feeling was that if you look in the Bible and you look at Ezekiel building the wheel, Ezekiel didn't build the wheel. There's a lot of people that think that that was a spaceship. He adds that His Holiness, the Pope, has officially acknowledged that there is life on other planets. But the strong arm of religious fundamentalism within U.S. Political circles has actively hindered research into UFOs and science generally, Ron says. Which the article continues to discuss this. But, Mike, what do you think about this? Like, I know how you feel about religion and science and religion stymieing science and such. How does it make you feel that it's even stymieing what's called pseudoscience?
Wow. I mean, so why would they not want to investigate if it is demons? Well, you think they would want
because
to
it's
know
demons.
That? Yeah, but you think no, I can understand if they
No, you're supposed to ignore the demons.
But
they're afraid that it'll draw the attention and bring the demons, and they don't want to give it any attention because it draws worship away from Jesus.
no one's worshiping these things.
Well,
okay, not okay.
There are cults,
but finding out and monitoring them and finding out what they are isn't going to cause people to worship them.
I agree wholeheartedly, but
I think this is probably a small and or one individual that is broke-brained, and or it's an excuse to defer investigations.
yeah. I mean, I feel like the whole UFO phenomenon, whether you believe they're aliens or not or whatever, does need to be studied to figure out what the fuck it is. And you know my opinion on it. Yeah. You know what I think it is. But, I mean, even if it turns out to be just, aircraft from other countries, we still fucking need to know.
So, I kind of doubt anyone high enough in the military circles would do anything like that based on just religion.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that for sure myself. I feel like in today's America, it's very possible.
Yeah, but also, we don't know the sources. We don't know how credible it is. Like, This could be the same thing as those high up people who, confirmed what that wackadoo guy said about, the alien spacecraft. The guy that turned out to just be some guy that didn't know anything.
Grush?
Yes.
Yeah, the one that basically had nothing but second and third hand information, but was like dead certain it was all real.
And reportedly, people in top places, top men, corroborated his story.
Top men. That's an Indiana Jones reference.
This could be top men in the military say, no,
what
they're
about
demons.
Bottom men?
Those are the ones you find, I don't know, on the bottom.
That checks out.
They're the bottom bitches.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is a thing, and this is one of those things where I'd believe it that yes, they totally are like, no, we should not look into UFOs because demons, and looking in gives them power. I don't know.
I'm not saying nobody's saying that. I'm just saying that it's not gonna be the driving factor in decision making.
Right. Well, I don't know. I buy it. Of course, you know me. I'm kind of gullible when it comes to UFOs and stuff.
No, you're just, I don't know.
I want to believe. I'm more careful than I used to be, for sure.
But what do you think? What are the chances of them being demons flying UFOs?
Oh, 100% unlikely. I do not believe that at all. I feel
what about Oni flying UFOs?
Like, wait, you've been watching Urisi Yatsura.
Yeah, which has demons flying UFOs.
Yeah, I understand that, yes. But, no, I don't believe that either.
Dang it.
Unless it's Lum, and then, yeah, okay, I want to believe it.
I want to believe.
Yeah, that's what you want to believe.
Yes.
Oni chicks in tiger print bikinis.
We'll talk more about that on the distraction hole.
Indeed. Well, that's my first story, Mike.
Yeah.
What have you got for your next one?
Let's see, what do I have?
I don't know, Mike. You tell me. It's your okay. Deal. It's your dog.
It's coming from Global News.
Uh-oh.
I've heard rumblings about this, but this is the first thing I've heard about actual human trials.
Is it rumblings in your tumbly?
No. A team of scientists led by a Japanese pharmaceutical startup are getting set to start human trials on a new drug that has successfully grown new teeth in animal test subjects.
I want it. I want it now.
Let's see here. Let me see if I could say this word. Toragem Biopharma is slated to begin clinical trials in July of next year, so 2024.
God, sign me up.
After it succeeded growing new teeth in mice 5 years ago. Don't they do that already? I'm assuming.
No, mice don't.
Okay, they don't. Oh.
No.
And they don't grow new teeth. Okay, and rodents that do grow teeth, they don't grow new teeth. Their teeth just keep growing.
Yes.
It's the same teeth.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they mean they forced the mouse
to new teeth.
Its teeth to fall, or it's kind of dark to say this, but they pulled the mice's teeth out and then made it grow new teeth.
I am horrified at the idea of them feeding these mice oatmeal by spoon until they grew new teeth.
Little mouse pap.
If you time for my mice.
The Japan Times reports Dr. Katsu Takahashi, a lead researcher on the project and head of the Dentistry and Oral Surgery Department at the Medical Research Institute Kitano Hospital, says the idea of growing new teeth is every dentist's dream. I would assume that's every dentist's nightmare.
No, because if you grow new teeth, that means they can just keep charging you to pull the bad ones that you grow.
Yeah, but you'd think they'd get more on that means you no longer have to have root canals or braces.
Oh yeah, but an extraction still costs, man.
Yeah.
And you could still do braces. I mean, that's not going to go away.
That is true. If you think about someone who who has chronically crooked teeth, every time they grow a new set of teeth,
They're going to be
they
fucking
need new
crooked every
braces.
time. You're going to have to do braces probably every time. But
Okay, I can see that.
yeah. But like I'm totally down
but
for
no more
this shit.
fillings. I mean, it would definitely stretch the amount of cleanings you do.
Oh yeah. And you know, last year, the last time I was hospitalized, it was because of an infection in my head, and they took a lot of my teeth.
And they just kept them in a mason jar.
I would not be surprised if there was like, you know, those jars they put pickled pig's feet in
big
the truck
jars?
stops. Yeah, yeah, that but full of teeth.
Ooh,
Yeah.
give me the willies.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking gross.
In his research, which he's been conducting at Kyoto University since 2005, Takahashi learned of a particular gene in mice that affects the growth of their teeth. The antibody for this gene, USAG1, can help stimulate tooth growth if it's suppressed. So that's one of the interesting things about it. It's not actually, they're not having to actually do genetic like manipulation or anything. Turns out they could just suppress a certain type of antibody. Basically, you have an antibodies that keep you from growing teeth.
Oh,
Yeah. So
you get rid of those and you just grow teeth.
You don't get rid of them, but you take a drug that suppresses that antibody while you grow teeth, and once they're in,
Okay.
probably even once they get fully formed and stuff.
Sure.
Just
Mike,
stop taking it.
Here's the thing though. What if they give it to you and it goes wrong? And like, you remember the Dog Face Boys?
You mean that there was a movie that had a
It was a
tooth
TV
person.
show on Sci-Fi. But yeah, it's like the Dog Face Boy, but teeth all over, everywhere.
Well, considering this only grows it in the proper places.
Okay.
Now, say if you were born with like a tooth sticking out of your head and they surgically remove that, yes, if you take this drug, you will all of a sudden have weird tooth growing out of your head again, I guess.
Well, that's fucked.
Yeah. Unless you can do things like and I don't know, they don't say how this drug's administered. It could be like they inject it directly into your gums. I don't know if it's a pill form. Like that gene could be useful other places. Not gene, yeah, the antibody to suppress the gene could be useful other places, and maybe they want a more targeted, application. So who knows? It just depends on how it's being administered. Scientists have worked to develop a neutralizing antibody medicine that is able to block USAG1. Now his team has been testing the theory that blocking this protein could grow more teeth. After the successful tests on mice, the team went on to perform similarly positive trials on ferrets,
Okay.
animals who had a similar dental pattern to humans. Yeah,
Do they?
I'm assuming they mean
Weird.
dental pattern as in it's closer to humans than mice.
So they're working. Next, they should try chimps.
Yeah. Well, chimps can't consent, so they're just going straight to people. And let's face it, there's plenty of people that'll volunteered for that.
Yeah, me.
Now testing will turn to healthy adult humans, and if all goes well, the team plans to hold a clinical trial for the drug from 2025 for children between 2 and 6 years old with anodontia, a rare genetic disorder that results in the absence of 6 or more baby and or adult teeth.
All right. So what you're saying is I have to pull a dwarf like Tim Conway and go in like on my knees with shoes on my knees and pretend to be a child.
Okay, here it goes. We got some application. According to the Japan Times, the children involved in the clinical trial will be injected with one dose of the drug to see if it induces teeth growth. Would that be tooth growth? Teeth growth?
I don't know.
If successful, the medicine could be available for regulatory approval by 2030. That's a long way away.
That is a lot. We'll be dead by then.
Oh, that's only like 7 years.
Oh, I know, but like I mean, like the super volcano in Yellowstone will go off or
I mean,
something.
like World War III.
Something.
Okay, but no, I mean,
I don't mean like us personally, like we're just in that bad a shape.
so here's one thing that's kind of hopeful for me. It's a Japanese pharma company which sidesteps a lot of the really shitty stuff of American
Yeah, that's
drug
true.
makers.
And it's a university.
No, and problem is drug trials and stuff, and new drugs come from universities all the time. It's just the big
Big pharma.
pharma companies. That's what I'm looking for. The big pharma companies buy it up and buy the patents and just charge way too much money.
Yep. This is America.
Be in Japan, hopefully that's, of course, probably big pharma would buy the U.S. license for it and charge like $3,000.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm down. I want my teeth back.
Yeah, I mean, I would not mind a new set of chompers.
The old chopper here is getting lonesome.
Yeah. So here's a thing. Here's a thing to talk about, though. So, say it is an all or nothing thing. They have to grow a whole set at once, kind of like you were a baby. Well, I guess if you're like a kid at whatever age where they get their adult teeth, I'm guessing it would just push the old ones out. You wouldn't have to like go in there and yank them all out, I guess.
I don't know unless it just caused like them to grow where there are no teeth.
No, I mean you can think about it. As a kid, this all works perfectly fine.
Right.
Like your teeth grow.
Yeah, but baby teeth aren't in there like hardcore.
And
so
they're as well rooted as any other teeth.
I guess. I'm just saying I don't have that many to pull out, so like I'm down.
But just
put me under for a little bit, pull them all out.
You'd have to like eat soft food for several months. Excuse me.
I got tough gums.
And 2, you'd be teething for a while.
Oh my God, I'd have to get like a baby teething ring. I'd just be there
everywhere.
I'd be there at work chewing on a water-filled ring like an infant, and people would be like, "I'm sorry, are you insane?"
They'll think you're on ecstasy or something.
I don't mind Kevin, he's just rolling on X at work. God, I don't like making these noises. So, well, that's actually shockingly hopeful for us.
Yeah, and I was hoping we'd be further along by this time about stuff like that. There's several other regions I've seen research for about people regrowing because, much like the lizard and Spider-Man, there's really only some parts of our genetics that keep us from fully like regrowing things.
Right.
There's nothing. They've been studies that found that there's nothing physiological keeping us. It's just
it's mental. You have to think really hard.
No, it's just certain things blocking genes from doing it. And in some cases that could be good things, like we don't know, maybe you could regrow an arm, but then you have turbo cancer.
Oh my God.
Because your cells just keep growing.
You have killed me with that.
Maybe you grow to be like 30 feet tall and just cannot stand up anymore and just are a puddle on the ground.
Or you're like one of those Afghanistan giants they say the military ran into.
Oh, yes. Quite.
Indeed. So, since it's just the two of us and we're just running on through, I don't think we're going to be taking a break this time. I have got a great story that is blowing up Reddit right now. Like all the crazy shit subreddits I read.
So hot right now.
It is so hot. And this came out 2 days ago. I don't know if you've heard about this. This is from Out There, Colorado, which is the Denver Gazette and the Gazette and Colorado Politics. It's basically a website that's like all their news things.
Okay.
This is by Spencer McGee, October 11th, 2023.
Slappy McGee.
Was Bigfoot spotted in Colorado? 5 theories about what was captured on video. Now, Mike, I would like for you to head to the Weekend Weird chat in our Discord for the hosts.
Yeah.
And I would like for you to look at the video David posted. Because I was going to talk about this, but David posted it. And we need to discuss it.
Yeah.
All right. I need you to go there. You see the article. You got pulled up?
The the tweet that I will never call X video.
Yes, the tweet. All right. I would like for you to watch
I
that
gotta beat
video.
Okay.
All right. You watching that?
Yeah, it buffered. Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from a train. People saw this thing on a train. Now, what can you tell me about that Bigfoot?
That looks like a Chewbacca costume.
Now, the first thing a lot of people said that aren't like immediately jumping into this is totally for reals, guys.
Yeah.
That Bigfoot uses product.
Yeah, no, he's very shiny.
His hair is like a fucking L'Oreal commercial.
Yeah, no, there should be more like mud and sticks in that shit.
Oh, he should. Yeah, no, he should have just shit caked on his back fur.
Well, I mean, animals take better care of themselves.
Sure,
but
I
still,
guess, but
yeah,
the
no,
point is that's
he did
that's
some
some
VO5 hot oil treatment or something.
yeah. And like here are the theories they have listed. Which number one, prankster in a Bigfoot suit. That goes without saying.
Say prankster in a Chewbacca costume, but
Sure, but you know they're still dressed as like a Bigfoot, even if it's a Chewbacca costume. 2, publicity stunt.
could be.
Okay. 3, a hunter in creative camouflage. Which, when I saw it, I was like, could be a ghillie suit.
I mean, when he squats down, he does kind of disappear. So.
Yeah. And 4 is another animal getting mistaken for Bigfoot. Now, if you scroll down to 4, there's a photo where you can kind of see it, and it looks, for all the world, like a Harry and the Henderson Bigfoot suit.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of zoomed in there. You see it?
Yeah, I mean, kind of see the
Yeah.
face, but, you know.
Yeah, it looks like Kevin Peter Hall in the Bigfoot suit. And 5, an actual Bigfoot.
It's not a bear on its hind legs.
It is definitely not a bear on its hind legs. It is something walking like a man. Now, here's the thing that I found someone pointed out on Reddit. Do you know what's on the other side of those hills, Mike?
What?
It's a facility that does Bigfoot tours with people in Bigfoot costumes.
Really? Womp, womp, womp.
And this is a man in a Bigfoot costume. And it is a really nice costume, though. You know, I'll give him that.
I think he's just squatting down to take a break. Maybe he's like smoking a J.
He might be taking a dump.
No, he didn't pull his pants down or nothing. I think he's just popping a squat.
Might be a hole in that suit.
No, he's just sitting there.
You got a poop hole. Do you think he has a cock sheath?
Maybe he's rubbing one out.
You think it's like some of the fursuits where they got like a sheath?
No, because if he's part of the Bigfoot experience entertainment complex, he's not going to walk around.
Entertainment complex.
This is like the Bigfoot version of Nope, right?
With the kids.
With the UFO thing, with the, you know, he made a whole thing about it. The park.
Oh yes. Wait, yes.
The
Asian
guy with the park.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, it's like that, but Bigfoot.
Now, what if a real Bigfoot just walked up and started ripping people's arms off?
You know, I've never actually heard of well, hang on. Yes, I have. I have heard about Bigfoots just beating the shit out of people or throwing rocks at them, so never mind. Let me back the fuck up. What would they do?
Back that Sasquatch boat up.
What would they do? They would advertise the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have your arm ripped off by actual Bigfoot.
Yeah, also, they'd have to legally prove that it wasn't just one of their people in a suit on roids.
Yeah, no, yeah. Definitely could be roided out former linebacker.
Is that Bigfoot? No, it's Jerry, and he's fucked up.
Yeah.
He's fucked up real bad, man. And, like, okay, I don't know. Here's the thing about Bigfoot, right?
Yeah.
What color is he? Because, like, I've seen, like, I don't know. Maybe it's because of the Patterson-Gimlin footage, but, like, I always just assumed Bigfoots were black.
No,
like, they had black fur.
I'm pretty sure they're dark brown.
Okay, what leads you to that?
I mean, it's just a more common coloring in nature.
Yeah, but what about primates? Most of your primates, besides us, are, dark skinned and they have fur all over that's dark. And, I'm just saying.
I mean, there's some, but there's also some that are brown. I don't think you can't say most of them. Think of like chimpanzees and gorillas, and
I'm thinking
some other
about them and
monkeys.
I'm trying not to giggle because they're doing fun stuff
But
in my
there's
head.
also
They're like
there's
riding around on little tricycles, smoking cigars.
there's orangutans,
Orangutans. Yeah, orangutans. Well,
orange.
they're the fucking gingers of the primate
plenty
world.
plenty of brown. Don't don't dismiss our brown Bigfoot sapiens.
All right, okay. Now that does remind me. Did I ever tell you about that thing I found out that there's a legend in Sumatra that orangutans can speak, but they don't because they really don't want to talk to humans. Because they're like, I don't want to fucking say a thing to these guys.
I can't blame them.
Yeah, no. If I could talk and I wasn't human and I met a human, I'd be like, I ain't saying nothing to this motherfucker. Why? He's wearing pants. Look at him. He's enslaved himself with pants. But yeah, the Bigfoot thing, it's real, like literally when I got on Reddit earlier today, like every other post was this tweet.
All right, now look at the photo, the stock photo of a Bigfoot quote unquote sighting at the top of the article.
Oh, the terrible suit?
Yeah, that suit is really bad.
Yeah, I'm really glad it wasn't that suit because I'd be like, y'all.
It's like the fur on that suit looks like
That's a gorilla suit.
yeah, it looks like that gorilla suit, like from the '60s, from that what's that terrible movie?
Robot Monster?
Yes, Robot Monster.
I don't know. That had like, pecs.
Well, yeah, but the fur. I was just talking about the fur quality.
I don't know. I kind of feel like the Robot Monster suit looked better. Like it's like it almost kind of looked like a gorilla walking around with a water cooler on its head.
Robot Monster was more of a gorilla, but yeah.
Yeah, but still, this man, they should not have used this picture because when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's the fakest looking thing I've ever seen. And then I scroll down, I'm like, oh. So
Yeah,
that's
that photo is not the same thing.
yeah. Trust me, guys. If you're listening, you can Google the Colorado Bigfoot thing, and you'll see it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, that's my second story. Mike, what have you got for your? I guess this is your third.
Yeah.
Gonna be a short episode.
Yeah, we'll also have the fungus story.
Oh, that's right, you do.
So, this was published in September 22nd. NASA, from a press release, stated that the James Webb Telescope finds carbon source on surface of Jupiter's moon Europa.
Wait, they find what?
Carbon source.
Interesting.
Jupiter's moon Europa is one of a handful of worlds in our solar system that could potentially harbor conditions suitable for life. Previous research has shown that beneath its water ice crust lies a salty ocean of liquid water with a rocky seafloor. However, planetary scientists had not confirmed if that ocean contained the chemicals needed for life, particularly carbon. Astronomers using data from NASA's James Webb Space Telescope have identified carbon dioxide in a specific region on the icy surface of Europa. Analysis indicates that this carbon likely originated in the subsurface ocean and was not delivered by meteorites or other external sources.
So native carbon.
Yes. Moreover, it was deposited on a geologically recent time scale. This discovery has important implications for the potential habitability of Europa's ocean. On Earth, life likes chemical diversity. The more diversity, the better. We're carbon-based life. Understanding the chemistry of Europa's ocean will help us determine whether it's hostile to life as we know it, or if it might be a good place to live, said Geronimo Venevela of NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center.
I got to respect a dude named Geronimo. Or is it pronounced Geronimo?
Could be Geronimo Villanueva.
Villanueva?
Villanueva.
Let's assume it's Geronimo.
Geronimo Villanueva. I've never heard that pronunciation before, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Geronimo, not Geronimo.
It may be Geronimo, but I don't know. It could be Geronimo.
No, with the rest of the name, it definitely seems
Geronimo.
like a Geronimo. Was
Yeah.
that Spanish?
Well, I think that's actually how it's pronounced.
Yeah,
I think
just
Geronimo is just
the
white people.
The white people. Damn you, white people.
Damn it, Whitey.
So Geronimo is the lead author of one of two independent papers describing the findings. Quote, we now think that we have observational evidence that the carbon we see on Europa's surface came from the ocean. That's not a trivial thing. Carbon's a biologically essential element, added Samantha Trumeau of Cornell University in Ithaca, New York, lead author of the second paper analyzing this data. NASA plans to launch its Europa Clipper spacecraft, which will perform dozens of close flybys of Europa to further investigate whether it could have conditions suitable for life in October 2024, so next year.
Cool. Man, that's exciting. Because I'm excited about Europa. Now, was Europa the one the monolith said, stay the
Yes.
fuck away?
Yes, all these moons are yours except Europa.
Attempt no landing.
Attempt no landing.
Or make no landing. Yeah. Cool. So we're going to say fuck the monolith and just go, huh?
And that was before, we knew it was a big ocean.
Right.
So, in that they showed,
Mike. Space whales.
space whales.
Space whales. What if that's where the probe from Star Trek 4 came from? The one with the whales?
It came from further out than that, just a bit.
Okay. Well, what if there are whales on Europa?
Then I hope there's no potted plants.
Ooh, bowl of petunias.
Yep.
That would suck. I think it's funny we're talking about the idea. Man, you know what? It's not whales, Mike. It's crabs.
Crabs.
It's crabs.
Dude, if we find European crabs, one, would you want to eat them?
Yes.
And two, how scared should we be that the crab people would come for us?
Crab people. Pretty scared, actually. Because, here's the other thing. What if it is crab people?
Yeah. If we find like a whole underwater civilization of crab people.
Okay, Mike, you remember the Amazing Life sea monkeys that you could get out of the back of comic books when we were kids? All right, so they the art showed these amazing underwater people
with cities.
Cities, all that shit, but you order them and it's just fucking brine shrimp.
Yeah.
All right, what if on Europa it's like the illustrations? It's actual sea monkeys.
Or what if, Kevin?
Or
it's the snorks.
Oh, fuck that. Nuke Europa if it's the snorks.
What, you didn't like the snorks?
Fuck no. Fucking low-rent aqua smurfs. That was basically Hanna-Barbera going, oh my God, we're leaving so much money on the table by not owning the Smurfs. Somebody come up with something like them. And they did, and that shit didn't work, man. Hey, look at me, and I'm an aqua smurf, and I got a bendy straw on my head.
So, yeah, Europa Clipper is awesome, but I'm still looking forward to the one where we want to go to the ocean of Europa. The one that
where they have to bore in the thing and sanitize itself as it's going.
Well, it's both the boring and the sanitization. They've decided is going to be the same thing. It's going to just melt its way through the ice.
Yeah. And stop and superheat the water to boil off anything.
Well, yeah, think about it. It's already just going through a column of, really hot water anyway. So it's going to.
No, this is going to be great, man. We're going to get there and infect it with water bears, and then they're all fucked. Because water bears are going to survive.
I'm sure we can figure something out. Come on. It's probably going to be the cleanest thing we've ever built.
I hope so.
And it's also then going to boil itself through layers of ice.
Yeah.
So
You know what this reminds me of, though, is what was it, Vostok in Antarctica, the underground or the under ice water
Yeah.
lake that like we've never actually drilled into that because we're terrified of contamination, right?
I thought we have.
Have we?
I'm pretty sure.
We're gonna have to look that up and talk about it next week in Weird, because that's a fascinating story to me.
I'm pretty sure I've seen stuff about under Lake Vostok.
Is that where they found like the mer people, the alien mer people that were murdering folk, according to the lore?
I don't know.
Okay, that's the books I read.
Well, what about the Russian deep borehole?
Ooh, yeah. Have you ever seen how they capped it? It's just like it looks like a styrofoam plate with a metal ring around it on top.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's like the world's deepest ever borehole, and just kind of looks like a
pipe.
Looks like someone's gas for their house that just got capped off because they stopped paying the bill.
It's the industrial equivalent of a sign next to it that says "Warning Hole."
Not even that. It's the industrial equivalent of "we gave up."
Yeah.
No effort was made.
Yeah. An attempt was made. The end.
And then we stopped.
Yep. That's awesome, though. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about it in my old age once it gets there. So, Mike, my next story, we've got two options here. Both from phantomsandmonsters.com.
My favorite website.
Yes. Yeah, you and David fucking despise this thing. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to roll a die. I've got a 4-sided die here. And
You want me to flip a coin?
okay, sure, do that, Mike. You got a coin with you?
I got one right over here.
Hell yeah, grab a coin. Is it a Wheel of Time challenge coin? Because I got one of those over here.
I got a nice American 50-cent piece.
50 cent?
Yep. It's not silver, but it's 50 cents.
I was going to say, I've actually got my Tarvalin mark if we want to use that, too.
I got it.
Okay, all right, so. Heads is 1, tails is 2.
All right. I have flipped, and the answer is tails.
Okay, great. Would you like to hear the title of our article?
Sure, why not?
Was a stillborn Bigfoot fetus found at Chestnut Ridge, PA church camp?
Okay, let's go with number 1.
That's just as bad.
Okay, well, was it?
All right, well, here's a story, and I guess I'm going to have to do my my Phantoms and Monsters voice every time I read these. You know the voice, the one I used last time. I'm going to have to be careful because with my throat all tore up, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So, a Pennsylvania man recalls seeing a large stillborn fetus at a Jumonville, PA church camp in the 70s. I don't know, man. He said that it looked like a monkey fetus. Could it have been a Bigfoot? Our story begins. My story happened in the late 1970s. I and a couple of friends went to a church sports camp for a week at Jumonville. That's a hell of a name, Jumonville, Pennsylvania, currently known as the Jumonville Camp and Retreat Center. And it's about an hour and 20 minutes southeast of Pittsburgh. I don't know why he's southern. He's that southern. I don't know.
Yeah.
It fits. It's located at the Chestnut Ridge, where numerous unexplained phenomena has been reported, from Sasquatch, UFOs, Dogman, and Thunderbirds. It also sits in the Appalachian Mountains. Each cabin had about 7 boys. Let that sink in. 7 boys.
To each cabin.
To each cabin. This is...
very specific.
Sounds like Catholic camp. The mess hall was at the bottom of the hill along an asphalt path. Different cabins would line up outside to follow one another down the path. When we went to eat one morning, we were all walking to breakfast. Up ahead of me, I noticed kids walking off the path and into the grass. When I got up to that spot, I looked down and couldn't believe my eyes. Laying on the path was what looked like a stillborn monkey fetus. That is a band name and the greatest thing I've ever read. Stillborn monkey fetus. It was too big, at least 2 feet long. It was as tall as the path was wide. It was definitely bipedal, but didn't have a tail. I was just staring at this thing, which is probably only 30 seconds, when I noticed I had fallen behind my group and was getting passed by other groups. So I ran to catch my group. Motherfucker, you ran away from a monkey fetus? God damn, dude, you're an idiot. My friend KN was with me at camp that year. He said he was right next to me and remembers seeing the fetus too. Note, was this a stillborn fetus of a Bigfoot? The Chestnut Ridge is well known for a variety of unexplained activity and sightings. Here is an account received in 2016. Wow, the report is so short, we're just going to read some other shit. The dude, goddamn, so a guy in his 50s saw a fetus at camp and assumed it was a big... That's amazing.
That is... Yeah, why? What?
I had an opportunity to talk to a man who I'll refer to as CB, Citizen Band, who once lived on a farm in Washington County, PA. He had issued a report with the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Society, which I want to point out there is a Pennsylvania Bigfoot Society, on possible habitation he experienced when he was younger while living on his grandfather's farm. There were other odd creatures and anomalies that he had witnessed as well. In fact, I hope to gather more information on a specific group of cryptid big cats he observed living in the same general area. Now, that is the one thing I'm willing to believe is there for sure. Big cats,
Yeah.
Kind of like here in Mississippi with the Black Panthers. Another incident he described also piqued my interest. This occurred in Fayette County at the Jumansville Cross, which stands on top of Dunbar's Knob.
Okay.
Dunbar's Knob.
In Jumanville.
On Jumanville on Chestnut Ridge. The entire Chestnut Ridge is well known for unexplained activity, but this particular incident was quite extraordinary. I have heard of a variety of unexplained sightings near the cross structure over the years. Okay, this is rambling as shit. It's just him talking to CB about weird shit, including black-eyed children.
Not the black-eyed peas?
No.
What about the black-eyed children peas?
There have been many incidents reported at this cross over the years, including an increase in Bigfoot sightings and other odd anomalies. You have said that like 6 times, dude. The area is actually home to a Christian campground and retreat. Yeah, I know. That's what we've been fucking talking about. This location is also near where a young military officer named George Washington and his soldiers ambushed French troops in 1754, sparking the genesis of the French and Indian War.
Broad shoulders on that, Washington.
Indeed. There have been reports of musket fire, disembodied voices, and the smell of gunpowder in the nearby glens and hollows.
It's because people are out there shooting.
Yep, that's fair. But that is the dumbest one I've read so far, because basically, I saw a monkey fetus.
Yeah. No.
I don't think it was a monkey fetus, Mike. I think that was a prom night dumpster baby at camp.
Yeah. No, that's definitely the Occam's razor takeaway there.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, let's just pretend it was a baby Bigfoot that was still... But man, I'd hate to see a Bigfoot pop a squat and leave an aborted Bigfoot.
The Sasquatch.
Take a sass squat and drop a baby. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Wow, the other one I had is even shorter. You want to hear that real quick?
I mean, might as well. We're not running over time, are we?
No, not really. We're just at an hour. Kansas witness, we saw a maroon-colored Gumby.
Wait, was that Gumby's like enemy or something? Wasn't
No,
there, like,
the
a red-
blockheads were maroon-colored. But
Oh yeah, that's right. The two, yeah.
yeah, they literally had blocks for heads.
Yes, you're right.
Art Clokey was doing some drugs, man.
Oh,
I'm
no
sorry. So, a rural Kansas eyewitness describes a sighting of a maroon-colored Gumby character while driving along the cornfields late at night.
Probably smoking a doobie?
What did they see? Very interesting. The following account was forwarded to me. I live in a... Sorry, should I do a different voice?
Whatever you want to do.
I live in a very rural farm area of Kansas. This happened in the fall of 2007. I went for a night drive with a friend on some country roads amid cornfields. Where I live, corn stalks grow tall on both sides of the road in many places. It is a very, capitalized, very desolate and dark area at night. There is no one around for miles, and you can see the Milky Way in all its glory because there are no lights. As I was driving, we saw something resembling the cartoon character Gumby run across the dirt road lit up by our headlights. It crossed, it crossed probably 10 feet in front of us. The creature was dark maroon in color with bulbous hands and feet. No digits. It walked on two legs. It had very smooth-looking skin, almost like a shark or a dolphin. It didn't stop to look at us, and I never felt threatened. The creature ran like it was afraid from one cornfield across the road to another. We didn't witness any more strange sightings that night or have any weird experiences after. And then followed by, have you seen a maroon Gumby?
Yes.
I don't fucking know what to make of this, Mike. It sounds like they were colorblind and Eddie Murphy ran across the road.
I mean, sure, why not?
I don't know, man. What the fuck? Mike, what would you do if you and me are driving somewhere and we see Maroon Gumby not running, but like, you know that thing where he like stood on one foot and could slide, the skate thing? Like, imagine you see that shoot across a road.
I'm going to make sure I've not been drinking that night.
Do you eat your gun?
No, I'm not going to kill myself over something like that. Maybe a little mental breakdown, but I think it'll be short-lived. I will survive.
Right. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think that is the point where I lose my goddamn mind. Aliens I can handle. Bigfoot I can handle. Ghosts I can handle. But Gumby? Out here? In the real world? It kind of reminds me of those kids that swear to God they saw Naruto characters in the woods. But Gumby.
Maybe we'll just convince ourselves it was a shared hallucination.
I don't know, maybe. I don't even fucking know, though. This is just two of the dumbest stories I've read for this so far.
Yeah.
Not nearly as bad as what we're covering next week, but, dumb nonetheless.
Yes.
Far less impactful.
Mm-hmm.
And just dumb.
Very dumb.
So, Mike, you got anything else for us?
So, I got a little bit of mushroom news here to...
Mushroom news. Sorry, David.
Our fungus section.
All right.
The fungus among us. This was unfortunately a little dated. It's from March 14th. It was the Taiwan News photo of the day. Magical mini mushrooms spotted in Taipei.
Oh, is that the itty bitty blue ones?
Yeah, it's photos of tiny otherworldly mushroom collected in Taipei have gone viral. This was originally when he collected it was on November 17th, 2022.
Okay.
32-year-old Eric Cho who works as a pharmacist, spotted this species of mushroom near. It's in Taiwan. I'm sorry.
Okay,
It's,
yeah, we're
we have
real
no,
bad,
we have
and
no,
we don't want to offend people.
No, it's just we have no concept of where this is. It's near 150 Section 3 Jushan Road in Taipei City, Shilin District.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that doesn't really...
Not really. That doesn't mean much to me.
Yeah. The mysterious mushroom is believed to be Mycena subcyanocephalia. Say that 2 times fast. When asked how he found the fungi, Cho said his friend Chang Pi Ying informed him that Bixi Trail in Shilin District has a, quote, special tiny mushroom worth investigating. Cho said that he found one on a piece of wood and took it home. However, he was disappointed to find that it was a rather drab, grayish-white color. Hoping that it might grow, he then tried turning off all the lights at night, but to no avail. Cho said he dutifully sprayed the fungi every day to keep it moist. After more than 3 months, Cho noticed that on March 7th, a new spawn had appeared on the wood with a spectacular blue color. He said that according to a research paper titled "The 2 New Species of Mycena in Taiwan," the blue color only appears in the young stage and fades to light blue or whitish when it reaches maturation. On March 12th, Cho submitted photos of the fungus to Naturalist, and on March 13th, the website posted images on its Twitter account.
Right.
But yeah, this mushroom, it's like...
It's adorable, honestly.
The picture of a finger next to it, and this mushroom has to be like half the size of a grain of rice or something. It's like
Sweet.
Tiny, teeny tiny.
It is. I love the thing. It's so small, and it looks like something out of Mario. It's like the mini mushroom that shrinks him down.
It's like whitish base with a blue top and these little like golden
spores
hairs on it.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love it. It's itty bitty. I mean, like, it is, and when I say itty bitty, I mean it is like ridiculously itty bitty. It is like
itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot mushroomini.
That's terrible.
Yes, so am I.
Man, yeah, no, that's bad. But no, it is like I don't know how to put this, but like when I was putting together my gunpla, there was a piece about this size, and when I dropped it, I was like, well, that's gone. But I found it. It was like just red enough to stand out. It's like that tiny. It is like ridiculously small. Like on the finger, it doesn't even look like a finger.
Yeah.
It looks like a giant pink like worm.
Yes.
Like with visible skin flakes, and you can see dirt on the finger.
There's skin flakes on that finger that are the size of this mushroom.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right.
It's like the mushroom is like the size of like the little center swirl of your fingerprint.
Yeah, it's that small. I wonder how high you'd get eating it, because you know how peppers, when they're small, are like way hotter. This mushroom is gonna blow your fucking mind.
I've been told that that's false, but you know.
Okay, well, the tiny
or it's gonna kill you a lot.
The tiny pepper I had earlier this week, as I said at work, my regret was palpable.
Yeah, but you don't eat hot stuff.
No, I don't. But it was still like 20 minutes of fucking agony. And did you have one?
No.
Oh, you should have one.
I'm not an idiot.
Greg brought Nick some more, so you should definitely try one.
I'm not an idiot.
Did you hear what Greg said, by the way? He's growing reapers.
Boy.
Yeah. God, that was a mistake.
So you know how, yeah. So yeah, I think you or someone else offered them to me like, no, I know what that does. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, it's something.
Yeah. So that was more mushroom news.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. We need to stay on top of mycelium, basically.
Yep.
Because we don't want to get taken over by the cosmic death fungus.
Yes, or become fungus zombies.
Which, again, if you're listening to this because you found us through our cosmic death fungus episode, welcome. We're glad to have you. So, yeah, that's about it for this week, I think, Mike. I don't have, I don't do the X thing like David does. Reddit, my Reddit feed is pretty much all that Bigfoot thing.
Yeah.
People complaining about Wheel of Time Season 2 and Ben Kissel.
Yeah.
So, I don't have a lot to talk about with Reddit. And I've kind of run out of really fun stuff to read from the Principia Discordia. And I'll be damned if I'm reading the Black Iron Prison.
That you should save that for, when you're actually in prison.
No, do you know what the Black Iron Prison is, Mike?
No.
Okay, imagine Discordianism without the humor. Like if somebody decided to take it super serial.
That sounds dire.
It's like if somebody did a serious version of Holy Grail.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I said, that sounds dire.
It is. It's bleak as shit. So anyway, that's it for this week. I want to thank everybody for listening. You can find everything you need to about the show on supernatpod.rocks. Again, that is supernatpod.rocks. You'll find links to our Discord, our social media, the show itself, and we do encourage you to join the Discord. We've got a fantastic community. We're going to start doing more community activities starting next Wednesday. So, Mike, you got anything you want to plug?
No.
All right. Well, I'll just say check out, I believe it is, hang on, let me double check. Yeah, head to cosmic-.com to read David's comic, Cosmic Dash. It's anthro-aliens in space, and it's good. It's actually good. I wouldn't say that if I didn't think it was good. It's got nothing to do with me being an anchor on it right now. I liked it before that. So
You liked it before it was cool.
I liked it before I had a stake in it. So anyway, we will see you guys next week for the single stupidest thing I've ever read.
That's saying something.
That is
You've
saying
read a lot of crap.
Dude. I've read 3 books now on this to try to grasp it.
Did you grasp it, or is it like just slipping through your fingers like a fart?
It has crawled inside my brain like a virus.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
worse.
So, we will see you guys next week. So, until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
I don't feel very frosty.
I want a frosty.
Well, you're not getting a vanilla one because they only have pumpkin spice and chocolate until
Just give me good old fashioned chocolate.
pumpkin spice season's over.
I'm not basic. I don't want the pumpkin. And you know what? I'm tired of people making fun of people for liking pumpkin spice. I'm just not really into it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a grudge against pumpkin spice.
I don't hate it. I just, it's not my favorite thing. I don't get excited for it. It's kind of like when the McRib comes back. I don't care.
Yeah, I can see that. Now, the double down, that I'll get excited for.
Oh, you poor son of a bitch.